The kitchen smelled of garlic and heat when she said it. No hesitation, no tremor in her voice. Your family's issues aren't my burden. The words slid across the counter like a blade. I stood with the phone in my hand, my brother's name still glowing on the screen. His life was collapsing, job lost, eviction notice on the door. I had asked for nothing, only that she listen, stand beside me. She dried her hands on a towel, eyes steady. He's not my problem, and neither are the rest of them. My chest tightened, but my face stayed blank. A small nod. You're completely right, I said. Her lips curled, not a smile, but a victory. She left the room humming, as if she'd just wiped something unpleasant off her shoes. The phone buzzed again. My brother, waiting. I didn't answer, not yet. Her dismissal should have been just another cold remark, but something in the way she said burden, like she'd rehearsed it, stuck beneath my skin. That night, while she scrolled through her phone beside me, I watched her reflection in the dark TV screen, calm, untouched. She spoke about her sister, Claire, how Claire's marriage was a ticking bomb, how Claire needed her every second, how she might stay with Claire next weekend to keep her from breaking down. I asked nothing, just listened, but inside the words settled like stones. Not my burden for my blood, yet endless devotion for hers. A quiet pattern emerged. Late-night texts, sudden errands, trips to help her sister that stretched long past midnight. Once, when I walked past the bathroom door, I heard her whispering, soft, frantic, the sound of a secret tightening its grip. I moved carefully. No accusations, no questions. Instead, I learned. Patterns reveal more than confessions. Her car mileage never matched the trip she described. Receipts from restaurants we'd never visited slid from her purse. A faint cologne clung to her scarf, musky, unfamiliar. I called Claire once from a number she didn't know. No answer. Minutes later, my wife texted me, "Don't wait up, Claire needs me again." The next morning, I checked Claire's social media. Photos from a spa weekend, time-stamped while my wife was supposedly comforting her. My heart didn't race. It slowed. Every beat deliberate, like a clock counting down. I began keeping records. Gas receipts, call logs, credit card charges. Truth doesn't shout, it accumulates. And when it finally speaks, it leaves no room for denial. The final piece arrived on a Thursday. An email from a private investigator. Photos attached. My wife, Claire's husband. A hotel room door opening to swallow them whole. I stared at the images until they stopped being people and became patterns of betrayal. Her hand on his chest, his mouth against her neck. When she returned that night, carrying takeout and a bright, careless smile, I felt nothing. Only a strange clarity. I placed the printed photos on the table. She froze mid-step. The bag slid from her hand, containers splitting open like wounds. Silence. Then a whisper. "It's not what you think." I looked at her. Nothing more. The truth doesn't need words. She reached for the photos. I pulled them back. Slow, deliberate. "You were right," I said. Her eyes flicked to mine, confused. About burdens. A pause long enough to feel like a blade. Your family's issues aren't my burden either. I slid a manila envelope across the table. Inside, a separation agreement. My lawyer's card. Accounts already divided. The house transferred to my name. Her face collapsed in stages. Shock, denial, panic. You can't." I already did. I stood. My chair barely scraped the floor. No raised voice, no rage, just the quiet precision of a man who has stopped carrying what isn't his. I left her standing among spilled food and scattered proofs. The night air smelled of rain, clean and sharp. I called my brother from the car. He answered on the first ring. "I'm on my way," I said. No explanation. He didn't need one. The road stretched black and endless, but my chest felt light. Not free. Freedom is a word for people who still care. I felt empty. And emptiness, I realized, is not a void. It is a choice. The last sound I remember was the soft click of the door closing behind me. A burden, finally set down.